Hi there. So today we're going to discuss about project management. So project management is defined as the guiding of a project from beginning to its performance and to its closure. So the project management follows 5 steps of processes, and these processes we will discuss on this video. So the 5 key processes or sets of processes for project management are the initiating process, the planning process, the execution process, the monitoring process, and your closure process. So let's define each processes. So for the initiating process, is basically defining the business needs of the project. This also you will determine the resources and whatever you need to execute this project. You will also define like a high level of what your expected output for the project. During the initiating process, you will also select who are the key role players that will perform in this project. So for the next is the planning process. As the name itself, planning process, this is where you will determine a schedule or a strategy on how you will manage the project as a project management. In this stage, you will develop a strategic approach that you will discuss to the contractors or subcontractors in the project. During the planning process also, you will define your budgeting and your resource planning for the project. So the third process is the execution process. So during the execution process, this is where you set up the team that will perform or control the project. Okay, so this is the time that you will submit or prepare your organization or the team that will be on site or who will be the one gonna take care of the said project. The next is the controlling and monitoring the project. So in this stage, this is the process where you define the steps and how you will follow these steps in order for them to meet a certain quality or the expected output of the product that they need to complete. So in the monitoring, it will follow certain submissions, inspection and testing procedures, material inspection procedure. You will have your daily toolbox meeting, daily huddle meeting. You will have your weekly meetings where you discuss progress, problems, or follow up any pending submission or pending approvals. During the monitoring, this is where you will assess the contractors' progress in order for them to, of course, to get claim on what they have completed the project site. Finally, is the closure process. So the project manager must be able to define or to make a strategic plan, on how it will hand over or close the project as soon as possible in order for the client to take over, the project. So during the closure, you will have your closure of all your defects, closure of all your NCRs, closure of all the pending submission or pending resubmissions. If you have submissions that is still in status B, you need to resubmit to get a clear status A. This is also the time that you have to complete all your documentation, submit all the documentation, your O&M manuals on your MEP side, that make sure that the operator understands how to operate this project that you have completed. In the closure process also is the time the project manager during the government inspection or getting the occupational or occupancy permit in order for the investor or the client to do business for the project. So these 5 key processes falls under 4 stages in the project. So you have your initialization of the project, you will have your planning and organizing of the project, you will have your execution or performance of the project, and at the end you have your closeout of the project. So successful implementation of these 5 sets of processes requires the following: information, communication, and commitment. So information, it must make sure that the project management can distribute or share all the information in a very systematically and a very the fastest way and the most clear way as possible. Communication is very important, that the project management or the project manager have a strategic way or a proper procedure for all the processes of communicating in the job site. So starting from the submission process, approval process, meetings, RFIs, all these things, or even verbal communications, how you will communicate during emergency, how you will communicate during inspections or testings or on-site inspection support. And finally, commitment, right? So commitment is very important. This is to ensure that the team promises to deliver the project following the best quality, on time, and the most cost efficient possible. So there you go. This is we define the project management and these 5 key processes. And for the next video, I will discuss to you in depth these 5 key processes, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.